We lived in the house about a year and a half before the renovation started.
I think when we bought the house, we had this vision of at least 10 phases, joking, but multiple phases to kind of bring it up to snuff. Started with the exterior, minor landscaping, mostly just the facade, trying to redress it. It was that quintessential 90s brick, red brick, so wanted to dumb that down a little bit. We always knew that we wanted to do something on the interior. Again, it was just quite dated, bringing it up to modern times, if you will, but still keeping that traditional feel.
I think one of our goals with the house and hiring an architect and designer was to really bring some personality into the house. When we moved in, our walls were bare. It was a blank slate. It was very sterile. So our goal in hiring a designer and architect was to really bring some of our personality into the home, bring some character into it. We had an idea that we wanted to be a little bit more traditional. I was overwhelmed walking into the meeting, and walking out, I can definitely say that I was a little bit more at peace with the process. I have no background and no knowledge in terms of interior design, architecture, building, construction, any of the sort. I know what I like to look at. One of the things that Tom was really able to do was conceptualize what I thought I wanted in my head and really put a number and a process and a plan in place to make that happen.
I remember meeting at Tom's wall and we said, here's our budget. And he kind of said, okay, well, this is what we can be thinking about. And later on through the process, where the kitchen wasn't contemplated initially, it became a contemplation. Again, because of the open feel, even though we were able to tie a lot of elements together, bring it down, we would have the shiny penny elsewhere and weren't able to do it over there. But largely didn't want to necessarily be too trendy, but at the same time, just a timeless classic look.
For me, I like the character of a home. So the concept of adding character and detail to something that was so stark and simple was one of my goals and accomplishments. For example, the bookcases behind me. There were no bookcases in this house. There was no architectural features to the walls.
No
Bringing those elements are really what drove us. We love to entertain. We love to create moods and feels. And that was at least my goal, is to create a mood and a feel and a place to live and a place to be.
Well, there's no doubt, recommend Mitchell Wall. It's very important to get them on board early on, right? That's how you mitigate the risk of the project. That's how you mitigate the financial exposure of the project. And in doing so, this early relationship that we developed with Mitchell Wall helped us to curb all of those concerns.